Erev Shabbos Parshas Shemini Shemini was very happy. It was the 8th day of the Miluim. They had finished setting up the Mishkan. Moshe Rabbeinu had his day as the Kohen Gadol. He passed it on to Aaron the Kohen last week, and now it was Mamash Simcha, like the Rashi tells us that the Rebbeinu Shalom had a Simcha on this day when he was able to be Shoira in the Mishkan, like he did by Ma'aseh Bereishis, the joy of being able to Parshas. It's the joy of giving. The problem is that the word Vayihi is sad. Why is the sad lashon coming together with Shemini, which is happy? So Rashi tells us that if you look, at the, 2 aliyahs later, you see that another Manavi who had died. They had jumped the gun, whatever the chay was. The day, the 8th day, it was a tremendously happy day, but there was also mourning involved. This is what it means to be a Yid. Being a Yid means doing what you have to do, when you have to do it. And the most good thing about being human is that you can experience two things simultaneously. Malachim have one mission, they do it. There's some Malachim that can do one mission at a time and do multiples, but there's only one thing. Right? Avram Avinu welcomed in 4 malachim because each one had one mission. You couldn't send one malach to do 4 things. To give the basura, to take your sedai, right? Each one had their own mission. By Jews, we can experience 2 things at once. Pesach is coming up. We have the Yam Suf, the last day of Pesach. And what happened at the Yam Suf? Malachim wanted to sing Shira. Hashem says, shh, come on. My Mitzrayim are dying. I made Mitzrayim. They're suffering. Definitely Mida Keneged Mida, beginning to end. But you can't be singing. It's inappropriate. Problem is the Klal Yisrael were on the other side. Miriam was on the other side in Ezras Nashim. And they were Machen Freilich. They're singing and dancing. I mean, this was like, it was 5th dance. They were in 7th heaven. How were Klal Yisrael allowed to be singing if the Malachim weren't? Maser the Tovu Bayam. Elamai, humans aren't Malachim. Malachim cannot be singing and also feel the pain of their Rebbeinu Shalom's creations drowning. Jews can. Yet human beings are able to experience 2 things at once. Avram Avinu was crying when he brought Yitzchak as a korban. Crying is sad. At the same time, he heard the Malachim call to him. You can't get nevuah unless you're happy, unless you're in a state of joy. It's the rule. They teach you this in Navi school. That rhymed. Avram Avinu is able to experience 2 emotions at once. To be able to know that this is a time for joy, this is time for sadness, and to be able to, do which. One of the top 5 lawyers of Disney, at least 10 years ago, he was opening giving a speech at the opening of the Hong Kong Disney World Land thing, the amusement park, and he got a call as he was going up to give a speech that a girl had fallen into the alligator pit or something. There's a real disaster that happened in America at the exact same moment. He's preparing, and he gets on the phone and he sat there crying with the parents and just mourning over this tragedy, and he had to go straight from there to a celebration. And when he said over the story, from Yid, he gave up like $10 million so that he wouldn't have to work on Erev Shabbos. Even Somach L'Shkia. So he said that's what it means to be a Yid, to be able to experience sadness and go straight from there to Simcha, to be able to do it both. Rochanan Wasserman found out that his Rebbe, the Chavetz Chaim, was nifter. The problem is that he found out on Shabbos. He heard it, moved on. And he spent the Shabbos, saying his miras, saying tefillas, saying cholent, the whole regular Shabbos. Motzei Shabbos, they made Abdullah. Mavdil, and Kodesh, Chol. Now it's Chol. It's mutter to cry. He went into his room and cried like a baby. There's a time and a place to be able to. Aaron got tremendous credit. Hashem gave him a personal shout out because Moshe wasn't involved in this one. It was purely Aaron because Aaron, he was able to say, now's the time, now's not the time. Tomorrow, take a lesson. We're going to be zoicha to be able to have this kirvus alakim, to be able to have the control and the knowledge of what I'm supposed to be doing when, and to actually do it and together perfect ourselves, perfect the world, and to be miyached under the beautiful umbrella of Yiddishkeit. Moshcheni acharecha narutza, Moshcheni acharecha narutza, Moshcheni acharecha narutza, Moshcheni acharecha narutza. Good Shabbos.